that was the takeaway that I come away from this game with, is that they're playing a team that we know is going to be right at the top of the NEC.
Yeah.
We knew that coming in. We knew we were playing a very
coming off of a good win the other night.
Coming off of a good win. Everybody knows they got a good squad, and they did. They didn't let down. There were pockets of the game I felt like we skated with them.
Yeah, absolutely.
But then there were pockets of the game, which is strange. Usually you find the confidence being down at the beginning. Our confidence was there at the beginning. We showed ourselves that we could skate with them and park for periods of time, and then we not following through completely on certain plays.
Was it after those 2 early goals in the second period where things changed a little bit?
I think that overwhelmed us. Yeah, that definitely does. And then you kind of go back to some of your old bad habits, questioning your ability, and then you go half speed maybe on a play because you're afraid to make a mistake.
Yep.
But actually going half speed is the mistake. So we're still trying to get our confidence up where we're going to follow through on the whole game. Again, doing it against a really good team like Marblehead is a challenge. But if we want to compete, that's what we're going to have to do.
There are no more victories, clearly. But to play the way they did and know that, hey, for stretches, we were right there with these guys. There was no difference. I mean, we're going up and down the ice, and it's tit for tat kind of thing here. Can you use that and say, when we do this, we're going to have success against a lot of teams here? We just have to do it more consistently.
Absolutely. And I knew a big part of my job coming into this year was kind of managing the mentality of the team as well. There is something to the loser mentality. There's something to the loser mentality that you grow to just expect that that's what's going to happen. So when your team goes down by 3 goals, 4 goals, you kind of get that, oh, here we go again attitude. And that was the main reason towards the end. The push was for, let's make it 6-2. Let's go to 6-3. Because I want to work on the progression of moving forward and knowing that you can come back, you can try to compete with a team. I just don't want them quitting, but I also don't want them reverting back to the negative hockey and just trying to take out retribution for the loss. We're out there to compete.
No, both of those goals by Swayzek were heady goals. I mean, following the puck off of rebounds. I think one was off the far boards, right? He just picked it up. And the other one was just stick on the ice, chasing the rebound on the power play.
That's pretty much how we're going to have to score goals this year. We're not going to have a lot of flash. From time to time we'll have one of those wild plays. We were missing one of our big wild players today. He wasn't in the lineup.
Phillips is out, right?
Yeah, he's got a strain in his pec muscle. It's a lingering injury he's had over the past couple of years in his shoulder. It's affecting him now. Hopefully we'll get him back for that within that 5-game stretch. He provides a lot of punch to our offense. But again, our system is set up on effort. And there were pockets of times where we stopped making an effort. And we're not talented enough with just pure skill to give up that effort. When we play hard with effort, we have enough to compete. And you saw that in pockets of the game out there. And even in the first period, I felt was very strong. But once we let down, we can't let that mentality take over where it's going to go from we just dropped to a 2-1 deficit or a 3-1 deficit. But the oh no factor turns it into a 4 or 5 deficit.
You're going to find a way to generate some more offense too, I would think, too, having that confidence to drive the net and no shots are a bad shot kind of thing, like get a shot on goal if you can.
Yeah, we want to get to the net, but again, we don't have an overabundance of talent that really can just go through people and make things happen. We have to do it as a team, as a unit, and they're still working on how to do that and having the confidence that they can work with each other and make it happen. There's always going to be a lot of question marks early in the season on a team that's coming in with not a lot of wins in the past. But we've been going over in practice. They do feel confident. The one thing I don't want them to walk away with right now is just remembering the score. I want them to remember the periods of that game where we actually competed with a better team.
And I didn't think Lucas played that bad. I mean, the score is a little deceiving that way. He made some saves. I mean, they could have scored 10 goals.
The way we're set up, you can usually attribute each goal scored against us to a mistake that happened within the last 15 seconds, which is 90% of the goals in hockey.
Yeah.
If you're watching even the Bruins on TV, get the DVR. As soon as the goal's scored, I can guarantee you go back 2 clicks on the DVR, you're going to see somebody made a mistake somewhere. Right. And that's typically what we're doing right now, because we're trying to do it as a unit, and playing defense as a unit, even playing offense as a unit. So when one guy stutter steps or just misses one stride or just reaches instead of skating through a puck, that leads to a mistake for the team.
Now, did I see that right? You guys have like 5 games in 6 days before the end of the year?
5 games in 6 days, oh yeah.
Wow. So these guys
starting the day after Christmas, we go Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Monday, Tuesday, and then that brings us to New Year. So
Chicago, Pittsburgh, Buffalo, all
yeah,
those.
yeah, we get the plane tickets. We're ready to go.
It's like what, a native tournament you guys
No, it's the Kasamuski tournament down there.
Okay, yeah, it's Saugus.
We're going to be playing Saugus. I know we'll be playing Wakefield.
Okay.
And if we win that game, win or lose, we play either the winner or loser of the other game, which is Saugus and North Reading.
Okay.
And then that Friday, that Saturday, we'll go out and play Derbyshire-born Northern Native.
Okay.
Come back here and play, I think, Wakefield again on Monday. And then we go over to Watertown on Tuesday. So we got a pretty tight stretch. And that's the other reason I don't want them hanging their heads. We've got a lot of work to do, and then we have a lot of games.
And this is it, right, for the program. I mean, it's not like there's a ton of kids, no JV program.
This is our team.
Yeah.
And again, I feel like we have enough. I just need everybody playing with confidence. If we've got 3 lines, I need 3 lines playing with confidence.
What did you tell the team afterwards, Coach? You know, because they, obviously you summed it up. This is a good team you faced tonight. What did you tell your team?
I told them all that if they went up into their attics, I'm guaranteed that their parents have some luggage from 20 years ago. And losses become like luggage. If you don't let them go, they're going to clog and clutter up your house, right? So I don't want them taking this luggage with them into the next game. We've got a long stretch to go. They've got to be able to walk away from it. There's not a, oh no, here we go again. It's, okay, we learned something. We know we can skate a little bit. Let's go back to the drawing board. Let's come back to practice and keep moving in the right direction. That's why it was so important to finish that game on a positive note, which I feel like we did.
I agree.
Check the luggage. Don't use a carry-on luggage.
Yeah. Anything we can do to leave that behind, we can. You know, it's not something that we can really afford to do. We don't have the ability to be carrying that extra weight with us.